Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about a mother's blessing, the healing source of a child's destiny. This is simple yet profound saying, what a mother sows, her child will reap. Beneath its gentle tone lies a timeless truth, the blessings, the spiritual merit of a mother are not only her own reward, but also a precious inheritance that her children carry throughout their lives. Ancient wisdom has long held that a mother's virtue is a child's fortune. Across cultures and centuries, the figure of the mother is revered as the origin of life, of morals, and of destiny itself. A mother's blessing isn't just measured in religious merit or charitable acts, but in the quiet, enduring spiritual energy that flows from her heart into the soul of her child. A blessing is not luck. First, let's clarify something important. A mother's blessing is not a matter of luck. It is not divine favoritism, nor it is random fortune. A blessing is a natural consequence of a life lived in kindness, patience, compassion, and sincerity. It is built silently, day by day, through small choices, a gentle word to a stranger, a tear shed in a prayer for others, a steady heart in a face of hardship. A mother's blessing does not make itself known loudly. It doesn't demand attention, but it exists like rich soil nurturing a seed from an invisible foundation. The future of a child grows. A mother's heart, the first mirror of a child's soul. From the moment a child is in the womb, they are already receiving the emotional signals of the mother. Modern science now affirms that ancient people always sense a mother's emotional state directly affects the neurological and emotional development of her unborn child. Even after birth, long before language, a child learns that love, fear, or trust means by watching their mother. A mother who carries resentment, anxiety, bitterness, or chronic stress unconsciously plants insecurity in her child. Conversely, a mother who is centered, kind, forgiving, and open-hearted instills in her child a worldview of peace and possibility. She does not need to preach morals or explain ethics. Her very being becomes a child's teacher. In the quiet gestures, the eyes that soften in forgiveness, the tone of voice in conflict, the silence of self-restraint, a child absorbs the spirit of their mother, not intellectually, but wholly in body, mind, and temperament. This is the kind of spiritual inheritance. A mother doesn't need to be perfect, only good-hearted. There is no need for mothers to be flawless. She doesn't have to be wealthy, brilliant, or endlessly cheerful. She only needs to have a sincere heart, one that feels the pain of others, that admits its own faults, that tries again after falling. Such a heart becomes a safest fortress a child can grow within. Not every woman is born with abundant spiritual blessings, but every mother has a capacity to cultivate them. A whisper prayer in the night, a small act of honesty, a choice to forgive. These are strands of gold weaving the long thread of blessing that her children will one day cling to. Many mothers think that working hard and providing material comfort is enough. But children raised in material wealth can still grow up emotionally poor. They may not hunger for food or clothing, but they thirst for tenderness, for someone to listen, for a mother who sees them deeply, not just with her eyes, but with her heart. Blessings cannot be substituted with money. They are the nutrients that feed the joy sown. What mother sows, the joy will reap. Children may rebel, may make mistakes, may stray far from what we hope. But if a mother has planted even one seed of love and goodness in their hearts, someday, somewhere, it will sprout like the seed lying beneath the frost. It waits for spring. There are mothers who cry bitterly when their children fall into darkness. They blame fate, or worse, blame themselves. But if their lives have been guided by love and compassion, they must not lose hope. Blessings are never wasted. They are simply hidden until the time is right. These are children born into poverty who rise with great strength and character, and often it is not schooling or circumstance that shape them, but the quiet blessings of their mothers handed them. Faith, kindness, inner resilience. Conversely, there are children raised in luxury whose lives fall apart, not from lack of wealth, but from lack of spiritual nourishment. A mother is a silent monk. To be a mother is in many ways a path of spiritual practice. She is not a cloister in the monastery, but walking among the noise of everyday life, yet still choosing day by day to be patient, to be truthful, to be loving. Every time she chooses forgiveness over bitterness, presence over distraction, gentleness over control, she chooses the direction of her child's future. That is why mothers must be cared for, not only physically, but emotionally and spiritually. A wounded mother's heart often becomes a shadow on her children's lives. A healthy society supports its mothers, and wise husband guards his wife's peace, not just for her sake, but because her peace becomes the light that guides their children. Conclusion: what the mothers plants, the joy carries forever. No one influences a joy more deeply than their mother. The father may be the firm hand, the logical guide, the role model, but the mother is the earth, the water, the warmth from which all things grow. What she plants, compassion, humility, courage, trust, becomes the soul of her joy. So if you are the mother, do not underestimate the power of your inner world, a peaceful heart, a life of quiet honesty, a soft strength in hard times. These are the most lasting gifts you can leave behind. If you are a child, bow your head to your mother, not just for the pain she bore to bring you into the world, but for the silent, invisible legacy she's still giving you every day. And if you are a husband, cherish your wife deeply, for her heart is a sacred wellspring from which your children will drink. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you like the video. Please click on the Vietnamese version from this. Thank you.